What's up guys, David here, and with the new iPhone 7, Apple decided to kill the headphone jack. So during the iPhone 7's press event, VP of Marketing Phil Schiller went on stage and positioned the audio jack, so Apple went on to give us their 3 reasons why they decided to remove the headphone jack. We'll go ahead and take a look at each one by one to see how each reason stands up on its own. Let's hear the first one.
So first, we've shown that we can use Lightning for our inbox headphones and to adapt all the older devices through analog interfaces. Very large base of users who can all take advantage of it.
So Apple's first reason to killing the headphone jack is that they've shown that headphones can be used via Lightning, like the ones that they've included in the box, that isn't any better than the current option doesn't warrant a change. And Lightning headphones aren't better. The sound quality will be roughly the same as they are with analog headphones, as well as the inconvenience of having to carry around an adapter for older headphones. So I'm gonna throw out reason number 1, but let's hear reason number 2.
Our smartphones are packed with technologies and we all want more. We want bigger, brighter displays. We want larger batteries. We want faster processors. We want stereo speakers. We want taptic engines. We want all of that. And it's all fighting for space within that same enclosure. And maintaining an ancient single-purpose analog big connector doesn't make sense because that space is at a premium.
Okay, so Apple's second reason for killing the headphone jack is that the headphone jack takes up a lot of that precious internal space that can be otherwise used for other tech. This sounds a little bit more legit. In fact, I did some digging and found that in an interview with BuzzFeed, an Apple executive explained this second reason in more detail. For iPhones, they had a small circuit board called a driver ledge, but on the iPhone 7, this driver ledge interfered with the new larger camera systems. I'm imagining that this was more so a problem with the 7 Plus with this dual camera system taking up twice the space. So the Apple engineers tried moving the driver ledge lower on the phone, which then interfered with other components like the headphone jack. So according to Apple, they tried removing the headphone jack altogether, and there was also space for a 14% larger battery on the iPhone 7 and a 5% larger battery on the iPhone 7 Plus. And to top it off, they said that removing the headphone jack helped the iPhone 7 obtain the IP67 water and dust rating that Apple seriously needed to compete with Samsung. But the Galaxy S7 is water resistant and it still has a headphone jack, so I'm not buying that part. But let's move on and hear Apple's third reason.
And third, and I think this is most important of all, when you have a vision of how the audio experience can be, you want to get there as fast as you can and make it as great as it can be. And we do have a vision for how audio should work on mobile devices. And that takes us to our next feature: wireless.
Okay, so Apple's third reason to killing the headphone jack is that Apple believes wireless is the future. In fact, there have been reports supporting this, showing that sales of Bluetooth headphones outnumber the sales of wired headphones. But again, while this may work as a supporting reason, by itself it isn't enough to be considered a real reason. The Galaxy S7 can be charged wirelessly, but you don't see Samsung removing the charging port. So while I agree that wireless is the future, I'm gonna have to throw out reason number 3, but let's keep listening to see where they were going with this vision of a wireless future.
So that is why today we are so excited to show you a new product from Apple called Apple AirPods.
Oh, a pair of $160 AirPods. How convenient. Especially when you take into consideration that in that same BuzzFeed interview we were talking about earlier, an Apple exec said that the AirPod project was started at the same time as the Apple Watch project. Why didn't the AirPods come out sooner? It's not like the AirPods only work with the iPhone 7, as according to Apple's own website, they're compatible with older headphone jack equipped iPhones. So I find it a little convenient that Apple waited to launch the new AirPods alongside an iPhone. That's a huge market of people, and it'll definitely cut into third-party headphone makers' profit margins, while simultaneously giving Beats even more money for celebrity endorsements. Now, there's technically nothing wrong with any of this. It's just good business. In fact, it's great business. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Can you live without the headphone jack? Are the new features worth it to you? Or are you done with Apple and switching to Samsung? I'd love to hear what you guys think, but anyways, that is it for me in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the very next episode.